You know, these videos aren't for kids. If you aren't at least 18 or are easily offended, you should probably click off. We here at Dual Wield accept no responsibility for your children. So if you are an adult who sat your kids down to watch our videos, you should be ashamed. Anyway, back to the video.
Greetings, my little subjects. It is I, the Prince of all Saints, Vegeta Almighty, back with more Dual Wields 12 Days of Crimbo, and of course, for these lovely Christmas videos, especially any and all movie reviews. Joining me is my illustrious co-host, Shady Angel. Say hello to the nice people at home.
Merry Crimbo!
Yep. It is a very, very Merry Christmas. We are very close to the actual day, and I am so excited. I cannot wait.
This man here has literally been extra Santa Clausy this year. Last year he was. We talked about that. This year it's extra.
I baked.
I know.
I baked cookies.
Okay, Cookie Monster.
My grandmother's cookie recipe at that.
And they were delicious.
They were fantastic. I only wish I had a little bit more. But,
You gotta save them for everybody else. We did try to eat them, though.
yes, we have to save some for everybody else, though. But today, since last time we talked about my favorite Christmas movie, today we are discussing Shady's favorite Christmas movie. And I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed the film.
So I'm just gonna tell the people, my favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It is actually my family's Christmas movie, followed by our any and all holiday Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And if you haven't seen that, people, you need to. It is great.
Did you take any notes this time?
I did not, because I've seen the movie 932 million times.
Right. So I think this time we should kind of flip it from how we did it last time. Last time was my favorite Christmas movie, and you started off first.
Mm-hmm.
This time I think we should come in with a newcomer's perspective first again.
And I'm good with that if you just, I just wanted to,
Yeah,
explain why it's so special to me.
Yeah, I'm just saying, once we start the review part, I want to go first.
So, I had a kind of a rough childhood. We kind of pointed on that a little bit in videos before. But before I ended up in foster care, I had lovely Christmases. And one of the best things about it was me and my 6 siblings watching movies together. And this one with Dad. We'd get our Christmas tree, and that night we're watching it because that's how, and I'm not spoiling anything, that's how the movie starts, you're getting a Christmas tree. And it was just laughs, love, and everything. And it still, to this day, is my favorite Christmas movie. Even if it doesn't hold up to some of the newer things out there.
I'm going to go ahead and maybe disagree with that. I mean, yes, obviously, effects and stuff wise, sure, whatever. But, there was a solid Christmas story.
It feels like our Christmas.
We'll get into a little bit more why I feel this way when I go through my notes here. But I think the movie was perfect. Structure, plot, I thought it was fantastic. It's a very rare sight of a movie, especially compared to nowadays stuff. But we'll get into that when we go into my notes.
But yeah, so basically that's the reason it is my favorite Christmas movie. And if you've seen anything else that's National Lampoon other than Vegas Vacation, you need to don't take them in the same grain, I would say. They are, yes, funny, but they are very different, feel story-wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And also remember, when you're watching these films or when you're discussing them with your friends, and recording it, you should probably mute your phone. No, I'm sorry. Cheap little
I
jab under
just-
the rib right there.
I just did it.
Anyway, so are you ready to get into the review? Or is there
I
anything else you
am.
wanted to
Yeah,
say?
I'm down.
Okay. So, I took a different approach this time. I mean, obviously, you would hope that I would take a more serious approach with your film as opposed to mine. Now, there was also a decent amount of the same shit I did with the last movie.
Yeah, you're good.
But this one I did take a bit more seriously
Well,
for the notes because I'd never seen this film before.
that and the fact that, it is a funny movie. It's not gonna...
It was good. There were a few moments where I was realizing, oh fuck, I haven't written anything down in a while. I'm actually just sitting here enjoying the movie.
Good.
So let's just kind of go over this. Starting off with the opening. I wrote here, and this is a point I wanted to... But it's, like I said, the notes and structure are kind of the same. I didn't go into very great detail on the note itself, but I know what it means.
You're good.
So the first note here I got is, whatever happened to movies having super unique animated openings and theme songs?
Mm-hmm.
Movies don't do that anymore. You get, just a credit scroll. Maybe you'll get an original score, depending on what you're watching. Or you'll just get some copyrighted music.
Right.
Licensed music, yeah. You'll get something like that and a bunch of fucking studio logos.
I think it has a lot...
It's a lost art form.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. And I think that with how things have changed in the movie industry in the last, just 20 years. Oh, God, I feel old. But the last 20 years has made a very big difference on how you can enjoy an opening sequence. Do you remember back in the day watching, the opening sequence to Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
Yeah, it had music, but the music fit the scene, right?
Yeah.
And you
there was
have
a
unique opening. And it was still part of the story instead of something that was just you're just getting a bunch of people's names down.
Yeah. And I mean, this opening wasn't necessarily anything to do with the movie's plot, but it was a unique Santa Claus. It was unique and it was original, and I miss that for movies.
No, I agree.
I wish more movies did that nowadays. Stuff like that. I immediately, I don't know if you looked over and saw, but I immediately had this fucking smile on my face.
Oh yeah, you smiled throughout most of the movie. I did watch more of it than I wasn't doing notes. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I caught myself stupid smiling quite a few times actually, because I do. This is one of those films that this is my first time ever seeing it, and I enjoyed it way more than I had any fucking idea I would, because it did bring me back to a time where movies were different. And where movies were... It's a lost art form of movie. I wrote down here for my next note, oh God, why this singing? Jesus Christ, it's Jesus Christ. Because they were singing a Christmas song that had to do with Jesus. Oh yeah, this one. I've never understood the whole real tree thing. Now, I don't know if this is just the area I grew up in, but I've never understood the whole going out and cutting down a tree to put in the house thing.
Well, I can actually explain that one. Because my step-grandparents owned a Christmas tree farm.
Really?
Yes. And even though Clark does not like them, we used to go and find the tree that was best for us, right?
Right.
Every year. We had a pretty decent sized living room, so, a 12-foot tree actually would fit there. Mm-hmm. And we'd go and we'd find one, we'd cut it down all together, wrap it in a thing, throw it in the back of my dad's pickup, right?
Right.
And then we'd go home and we'd get everything out, all the lights, all the things, test them, and then spend the next like 2 hours with Christmas movie or the Christmas vacation going drinking eggnog or whatever the adults are drinking, because it's definitely stronger than that, and just enjoying our time doing it. I don't have a lot of other like real good family. Well, Thanksgiving was really fun, but just like, where nothing, like I didn't have problems with my stepmom on the day.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the merriment and brightness, and then my little sisters, considering I'm the oldest, and the youngest one for me is 12 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was, you know, watching her especially, and my other sister who was right after her, get that childlike wonderment from it,
Mm-hmm.
was so special. And I think that that's where the difference is. You can still do, we did it, we had fun putting our tree up, but it's not the real tree thing back then. It was the experience of going and getting it, and then being a family putting it all together.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I never got the real tree. I was always perfectly content with the plastic, the fake trees.
The plastic.
Shut up. Then I wrote vehicular felonies. Yay.
Okay. You have to explain
Everybody
why.
committed a vehicular felony.
Everybody.
Like, the guy who was riding his ass committed a vehicular felony by brake checking him. He then committed a vehicular felony by speeding. I mean, they all ended up speeding. And then he also committed a vehicular felony by driving underneath of a fucking logging truck. This, of course, did come out before Final Destination. So I give him slight passes on this one. But, yeah, it was just vehicular felonies all around, and
So
my road rage jumped through the roof.
the best part about it is back then they used to be like that, where you could almost fit your car under.
Yeah.
Then, and that it makes it worse almost in a Final Destination like thing, because just think about it, you getting stuck underneath a truck like that, and how to get out, and then because you can't see, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to get out of this thing? And it just made it so much worse when Final Destination came out for me.
Yeah.
I'm from a logging district. That means like every day was a panic attack after that movie came out. For me and my family, because like I said, logging was one of the ways of life in my hometown, and I'm from originally Northern California. So if anybody has ever been in there, you're seeing logging trucks daily.
Yeah.
I had panic attacks at school or on the bus because of it. Nobody should show your 11-year-old, 12-year-old those movies.
All right.
Thanks, Dad. But yes.
Done that.
And then though I will not deny that I have a bit of road rage. I probably would have done the fucking same thing.
Yeah, mine would have been probably a lot more obscenities. Oh, kids, look, a deer. Flips them off. Yeah. Also, I put Clark's chin is practically shitting.
What?
He does not have a butt chin. He has a badonkadonk chin.
You know what? Chevy Chase does have a...
That his chin is practically shitting.
If you've seen it now, though, oh my god.
I put Russ is me. Why are we doing this? Again, back to the tree thing.
So we looked up who plays Russ because we recognized but couldn't figure it out. Well, I did at least. This person here does not know who Johnny Galecki is.
I know who Johnny Quest is.
Yeah, well, I can't believe you've never watched Roseanne or Big Bang Theory.
I'm sorry, I have sex.
Roseanne was when we were kids, dude.
Yeah,
Dude?
and I watched... Dude? And yeah, and I watched cartoons back then.
So
as
did
far as
I.
the Big Bang Theory,
That was.
I have sex.
Excuse me, I do too, and I've had probably a lot more sex than anybody
You're
in
a
our
woman.
household.
That's a difference.
And I have big banged it out. Okay.
Yeah, well, the only Big Bang I do is the Big Bang Attack. So yeah.
But yes, that is who Russ is. Now, there was another one that I recognized. I didn't realize who played it, but the sister is Juliette. What was it? Juliette Lewis. You know, from Natural Born Killers, Dust Dawn, Old School, The Other Sister, just to name a few. So yeah, I didn't recognize her when I, later on in life, after watching this so many times. I should have.
Yeah. I also put, I'm the tree. I'm not big, I'm just full. That's going to be my excuse from now on. Followed by, how did they pull that big ass tree out of the ground?
You know what? Movie magic.
Okay, all right, cool.
Just gonna go there.
Moving on, because they did pull the tree out of the ground because they forgot the saw.
Roots.
By the roots, yeah. And then I put, oh my god, it's the girl from Seinfeld. I also don't remember her name.
Oh, fuck, I don't... You know what? I know who you're talking about, and I can't think of what her name in Seinfeld is either.
What's the deal with this chick from my show? Anyway. Then I wrote, Clark threatens to sodomize the girl from Seinfeld with the chainsaw. And which ties in nicely with, this movie could have been very different.
What do you mean?
When he came out with the hockey mask and the chainsaw,
and
threatens to sodomize the girl from Seinfeld with the chainsaw.
Well, she was being a cunt and... Oh, what, can I say that?
Yeah, you did, so...
Well, I don't know, you're always on me about, like, how I talk and what words I say.
Well, you didn't say a slur, so we're pretty good.
What the fuck?
I say cunt. I watch a lot of people on YouTube who say the word cunt.
Anyways.
This is my cunt. Oh, it's so crisp and powerful. Anyway, sorry.
I forgot that we watched that on YouTube.
Yeah. I put I love Clark's PJs.
Yes, he has, throughout the whole time, he has great pajamas.
He has great drip, as the kids would say. Also, then I put also Sparky.
I don't know where the nickname comes from either. Go with it, okay?
Then I put Clark planning things. Lol, us.
Yes.
Let's see. What the fuck is his job? He's the one responsible for shrinkflation, I guess.
Shrinkflation?
Shrinkflation. You've ever heard of that? It's where food gets more expensive over time, but the packaging becomes less and less. Yeah. But Clark's boss is Mr. Burns. LOL. And then we got to the department store scene.
Oh, yeah.
And let me just have this moment.
Go for it.
Wow, nice tits. This whole scene is true giggity. Nice ass. Woo, 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 woo. Auga, auga. Ata, ata. And I put in parentheses, editing me, smoke alarm sound, because she's a smoke show. So make sure you put a smoke alarm sound there. So yeah. And then I put, I'm going to throw up, I'm embarrassed. Because he kept fun. Oh, it's hooter in here. I mean, hotter in here. Yeah.
It's been nipply outside. I mean, nippy out.
What did I say? A nipple? You have tits. Anyway.
He said, it's a bit nipply outside. And said, nipple. I was like, ah!
Yeah, right. And then they cut to the house with the scene where everybody is chilling and doesn't want to get up for the doorbell. And it's going bang bong, bang bong, bang bong.
So that one's a little bit different. It's putting it from the perspective of each person with a ding dong. Like the dread, not it's going over and over and over again ding dong.
But it does do it a couple times.
Yeah.
And then I put reason number 69 why I don't have a doorbell.
Reason 69?
Then, okay, this one fucking made me do a triple take. With the scene when all the family comes in and they're all interacting with each other. If you look closely, I put this. What the fuck? Clark's mom just mandible clawed him. She shoved her fucking fingers down his throat. Like, what? I had to do a triple take.
Ah, the old claw the face.
Yeah, also, what the fuck? Have a nice day, Mr. Sacco. And then I put, in-laws, this is your family and Jin's family.
First of all, I take great offense to that because at least my family are not complete 100% psychos.
I never said which one was yours and which one was his, to be fair.
They're all psycho.
Clark's family's not as bad as
No,
the other side.
It's still not good.
Your family is crazy, though.
They are.
And I never said who from your family or his family either. I put this one. I couldn't help myself. Clark's neighbor is a beta cuck. Fuck this guy for real. He could go to super hell with Demo Dick Marcinko and Dictator. I watch a lot of Deadlock.
Apparently.
You go on. Shout out to the Deadlock boys. The boys are back. Anyway. Oh yeah, the scene where he's stapling the lights onto the above the gut or below the gutter.
Yeah.
I put Jin doing literally anything with his hands.
Yeah. As much as I love you, honey, it's pretty accurate representation. I'm sorry.
Then we cut to the scene where the girl is talking about the sister is talking about having to share a bed with her brother. It's like, oh, I have nightmares about what he does in his bed while he's alone. I put, why are you thinking about your brother jorking his peanuts?
Jorkin?
Jorking his peanuts, yeah.
His peanuts.
Peanuts, yeah. And then I said, if I had a nickel for every Christmas movie we've watched where a guy falls off the roof and doesn't know what a safety harness is, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Right. The other thing I like about the doing the Christmas light stuff is he fall, like they go, I hope you'll fall, and the freaking neighbors like we're not that lucky.
She's like, I hope he falls and breaks his neck, and he's like, well, he'll fall, but I don't think we're lucky enough for him to break his neck. And me and Shady were both just like, this is how Jin thinks about us. Like, for sure. 100%. Then he goes to plug.
He's just a little bit of a Scrooge, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of bit of a Scrooge. But then the scene where he makes this big fucking grandiose deal about plugging the lights. I saw that coming a mile away. No lights, no bitches. I knew that was fucking coming. And then I put, feed the hog is now and forever what I will be calling having sex. Oh my god. Oh, and then it cuts to him out like the wide shot of him trying to figure out what's going on with the lights. I put, the entire eastern seaboard is completely underwater thanks to that moon.
Oh yeah, how bright that fucking
This thing was fucking huge! Like, it was in his backyard.
But by the way, we have not gotten to when the cousin's there, because that's the night before he gets there.
No, we've not gotten there. Then I put, in parentheses, Sideshow Bob rake scene. Because when he's up in the attic, and they keep stepping on the boards. Yeah, that's exactly what, And then I put, life really shits on Clark a lot, doesn't it? Relatable.
It's just, this movie is so good.
And then I put, in editing me, feel free to take liberties with this. Eddie, I need more money, Eddie. Because he kept saying Eddie, and I immediately thought of Venom, and I don't know why. The cousin-in-law has arrived. Also, Snots is Chewy. 100% Jin's dog, Chewy.
Yeah. With a little bit of monster.
We're getting there. We were getting there. Also, this is the note you were waiting for. What the fuck? Rubber sheets and the gerbils. This guy belongs in super mega hell with Benghazi and Scooby-Doo. He is pure evil. So,
you might want to explain that.
This one required both me and Shady to do a double take. We were both like, did he just say gerbils? And yeah, he said gerbils. He was talking about getting some. The cousin Eddie was talking about getting some alone time with his wife.
He's like, "Can the kids check up with you?"
Yeah, and he's like, "Honey, grab the kids some towels or whatever. Grab the kids stuff, and then grab the rubber sheets, and don't forget the gerbils." What? And we both were kind of like half paying attention.
At that point,
And then had to rewind.
Until we heard gerbils.
Regurt.
I think that says a lot about us.
Yeah, no, for real. Speeding this up a little bit because I just looked at the time. Holy fuck, is that Captain America's shield? What?
Well, hold on, before you get there. We have to talk about Great Aunt Bethany.
We've not gotten there yet.
She comes before
We've not gotten there
Are
yet.
you sure?
100%.
Okay.
Um,
Is it Crisco or is it whatever?
It's some shit that he makes at his company. He's putting all over Captain America's shield to go sledding. And then he's talking about later, dudes. I put, how do you do, fellow kid? Holy fuck, he's breaking the sound barrier. Because he fucking takes off like a bat out of fucking hell when he goes sledding, leaving a trail of flames behind him like the fucking DeLorean in Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
And then he crashes at the end of all of this. And I said, I'm sorry, but no, he's dead.
It was great. Went to Walmart, right? That's where he crashed?
Yeah. And then they had the scene where he's imagining the pool and the girl from the store. Again, I put, my pants are getting super tight watching this pool scene. Nice everything. Lol.
You would say that.
Then the little girl comes in. I said, this little girl is cute. Stupid, but cute, LOL. Then she started talking about her home life. And I said, someone please call DCS to save this poor child. Also, Clark is the opposite of Jin because he actually saves Christmas magic.
You're not going to let him live that down.
Never going to. Randy Quaid is fucking gross in this movie. Parentheses, well, you know what I mean. Then I put, shitter was full is going to be quoted by me towards you and Jen for the next ever.
I don't know how you've never heard that before.
No, but it was just the way he said it. I was just like, yep. This is where Aunt Bethany, old ass, comes in. And I put, Bethany needs to be put in a home.
And I immediately recognized her as the original Betty Boop.
Yeah. Then we get to the turkey.
You know what?
He starts cutting that turkey.
Let's talk about it. It looked delicious.
He starts
good.
cutting that turkey, and it fucking opens up. That turkey is disgusting. It looks like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing. I'd rather eat Shady's second-rate turkey 3 times over when she made it while having COVID-19 after it was left out for 6 months and had her re-sneeze all over it with COVID germs than to eat that nasty xenomorph-ass turkey goblin. Also, Snots is also monster.
Yeah. And then, if you want to talk about the other dish.
Oh, yeah, the cat food jello.
So, also with Aunt Bethany, she wrapped her cat.
She's old.
She's
Yeah.
so old, she wrapped her cat as a present. And then, Clark's eating her jello mold, and it's got cat food in it, and freaking, Eddie, oh, it's good. It's good eating here. I'm just dying.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh.
Then the cat starts taking away the lights for the Christmas tree.
While they're eating.
And then he goes to plug it back up because he knows the tree is unplugged. And then I put fried cat Korean barbecue. Because he fries the fucking cat. And then he gets, his bone, he's, right before he gets his bonus, he's having issues with his family. And I put, Clark is going to Chris Benoit, his whole extended family, and I can't blame him. Mostly because of his...
That's a lot.
There's no... Anyway, and mostly because of his father-in-law. I will say that. And then he got his bonus. And I said, oh God, this is fucking sad. I hate this.
I mean, it was jelly.
Yeah, it was jelly. His bonus was basically he gets free jelly every month. Yay.
Sounds delicious.
And then he starts insulting his boss. And I put Clark is as creative as me when it comes to insults. The man I strive to be.
Dude.
Oh yeah. And then he goes outside with the chainsaw again. And then go ahead.
You forgot about the lights blinding the piss out of the neighbors.
Yeah, I didn't get to that because I wasn't
It's fine.
writing notes.
It was great.
Yeah, the lights blinded the neighbors and they kept going off and on and off and on. So they would go to move whenever they were on, and then they'd turn off, and then they'd trip over something. But then, yeah, so he's like, got the chainsaw, and then he's like, the boy's like, I'll go talk to him. Hey, Dad? Turns around and looks at him while holding the chainsaw. Good talk, Dad. I put Russ has the best survival instincts. So he then cuts down a tree that's in the yard, and it goes crashing through the neighbor's window. And then he takes it and puts it in the house, and he's like, well, we got a new Christmas tree. Because the other one got burned down by his uncle. With the toupee. With the Donald Trump toupee.
His cousin put the shitter in.
Well, no. That was just because he had a flammable-ass, regular sap-covered tree.
The tree because the
and
dog
he lit a
drank all the
cigarette.
water.
And he lit a cigarette, yeah. And so, you start hearing this chittering sound. And a squirrel jumps out. So I put certified ooh squirrel moment. Because they chase the fucking squirrel out. And then the dog comes in, breaks through a fucking door to chase the squirrel around the house and tear shit up. And then as the neighbor girl's coming in to talk shit and punch him in the face, he opens the door to let the squirrel get ran out, jumps on her, and the dog jumps on her, and he's like, it's gone. We're wrapping it up to the ending here. Eddie ends up kidnapping.
You see Eddie leave,
Yeah,
by the way.
he gets very clear what he's going to do. He goes and kidnaps Clark's boss to bring him there so he can insult him to his face like he said he was going to do. And then once he figures out why he was so upset about the bonus situation, he was like, oh, well, it really, it looks good on paper, but when you really see how it affects the people that, that work for you, it really makes things different and puts them into perspective. Here, take whatever you made last year and add 20%, and I will give you that bonus. So I put, remember when movies used to end with a feel-good moral lesson moment? Wait, why are the cops here? So, the cops, of course, all show up as they're celebrating. And then they fucking... Have you ever seen that... Has anyone ever seen that video where the FBI come in and, like, they fall through the roof and land on a table? One of them grabs a vase and smashes it against the wall just for shits and giggles.
You want to know what it reminded me of? The Santa Claus ELFS squad.
It reminded me of that video I was just talking about.
I know.
Where the guy, it reminded me of that. And so I put, and they're all like guns drawn on everybody freeze. SWAT comes out to save one fat fuck old rich guy. Topical. Oh yeah, Ouija. Actually, I don't know if I can put that in the video. I genuinely don't know if I can leave that in the video. I'm a Luigi, not but one. Anyway.
You are horrible.
And then, of course, the boss is like, blah, 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 blah. It's all been a misunderstanding. And the cops are like, okay, cool. I put, oh, look, the happy is back. And then, of course, his uncle, again, decides it's time to give myself throat cancer, light up another stogie, and drop a match.
That's not
since the sewer is glowing green like in Thriller, from the shitter being full, it explodes.
What's great about it is he goes, that's not the pole star, that's the sewer light or whatever. And then he's like, sewer light, oh.
Don't drop that! And he does it. He defiantly does it anyway, and he explodes. I said, too bad that explosion didn't kill him. And then, Bethany's old ass, and the Rockies red clear.
And everybody starts singing too with her.
Yeah, and I said, when did this become the 4th of July? LMAO.
At the dinner, actually, when she said the Pledge of Allegiance.
I know. But those were my notes, my quick little brief synopsis on everything. And, it was really good. It was fantastic. I enjoyed it. And hopefully you will too. It's on Hulu.
And you understand why it's my favorite Christmas movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Still not mine. Because Santa Claus will still always have a place in my heart.
Well, I bet you understand why it's mine though.
I can understand it. Jen's is what? 8 Crazy Nights, I think.
I don't even know. No, it's actually Rudolph.
It's Violent Night now, I think.
I think it's still Rudolph, the original.
Okay, that one's. If that's the case, then he gets a pass.
Or it's one of the older movies. I'm pretty sure it's either that or Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
He gets a pass. I'll give him a pass. What do you mean, one of the Rankin Bass?
Oh, he just watched it with his papa.
Papa.
Without me.
Yeah.
But all right, with that, y'all, this was the last Christmas movie review for the year.
Yep. See you all tomorrow for more content.
And next year for more movie reviews.
We actually plan on doing a lot more unique content throughout the year. Don't hold us to that. Because
it's
life
gotten
happens.
Better. It's gotten
better.
Well,
shit happens. You
yeah.
know. They're well aware of how crazy things have been lately, but, hopefully we'll be getting into a groove and we'll be able to do some of those ideas you and I have talked about. So.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Sorry this is a bit of a shorter one. I kind of had to make it quick. I just realized it was about time for me to pack on up and head to work. So, just kind of wanted to go over this movie and kind of just, shoot the shit a little bit about Shady's favorite movie since we did the same thing with mine last week. So, thank you all so much for coming out. If you want to get your family a Christmas gift for next year, or for their birthday perchance, or just feel like being nice and getting themselves a gift, or getting yourself a gift and treating yourself, I'm going to smack the fuck out of you.
Good golf. There we go.
Good golf. Sorry.
Well, I was trying not
Can
to.
I put that down?
Fuck you.
Anyway, if you want to, or if you just can't stop uncontrollably coughing while supposed to be doing a video with your friend and you need something to wash down the throat tickles, why don't you go on over to w.gg and use code DualWield at checkout for 10% off your order. They have a bunch of fantastic flavors, most of which our personal favorite, the Beach and Peach flavor. They even have a nice starter kit with a shaker and 3 sample flavors. So go on to w.gg and get yours today. W, be better. Thank you all so much for coming out, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey look, kids, a deer!